I regret not doing this exercise sooner because it can make the difference between looking like you can bench 100 kilograms with one hand or looking like you just invented Facebook. There is one muscle you're probably not training that effectively, and if this muscle is underdeveloped, it could possibly cause you to look weaker and less attractive, especially when wearing a shirt, as you can see. Of course, the muscles I'm talking about are your upper traps, and luckily for us, there is an unbelievably simple solution to train them more efficiently. Because even though regular shrugs and deadlifts will grow your traps, they probably have fewer results to show for it since they got a massive problem attached to them. To understand why, we first need to explore the powerful anatomy of our traps. I will share 4 anatomy secrets and a new exercise I invented so that you don't miss out on potentially increasing your trap gains. The muscle fibers of our traps run diagonally, and here lies the first secret to boosting your gains. A muscle fiber can mainly move weight in 2 different ways, which are directly in line with the muscle fiber. The problem with doing regular shrugs is that you're shrugging upwards. This makes it hard for the muscle fibers to move the weight, thus not activating them to their full potential. A 2013 study supports this idea. They found that moving the dumbbells outwards while shrugging increased trap activation because now these subjects had to shrug up and inwards. This will already do a lot, but I discovered some other things that would completely change how I train these muscles. Notice that the fibers also run slightly horizontally. This means they're also activated by moving your shoulders backwards. However, when you're standing up, this doesn't do much because the lines of force are perpendicular, so there is no extra trap activation. But when you slightly lean forward, this changes everything. Simple, right? Not really, because you've probably realized traps are very strong muscles. This means you have to use a lot of weight, which is very hard for your lower back. So there is one simple solution to this: the Smith machine. You can easily place your hands a bit wider where you feel your traps working the most, or at about 30 degrees between your arms and your body. Since you don't have to balance, leaning forward is a lot easier, but if it's still too hard, you can even sort of lean back and shrug the weight up while pulling it backward. Now, the main functions of the traps are bringing your shoulders up, but also rotating them inwards. So bending your arms slightly while shrugging up should increase the trap activation even more. However, there is one more anatomy secret that we can use to make this exercise more effective by doing Karsten shrugs. Lately, we know that stretching the muscles while exercising seems to increase muscle growth. Even so much that stretching the triceps by doing overhead tricep extensions as opposed to tricep pushdowns cost 1.4 to 1.5 times more gains. To not miss out on this mechanism, we can do one simple thing. The muscle fibers of the traps attach to your neck. This means that if we move our head to the side and slightly forward, we can easily stretch these muscles. You can even quickly try this and feel it while watching this video. To utilize this stretch, we're going to do a Karsten shrug, named after me, because I haven't seen someone else do this variation yet. We can set up a cable machine and do shrugs one arm at a time, bending the neck sideways and a bit forward to where you feel the stretch the most. Keeping in mind to take a few steps sideways and back, shrugging up and inwards, backwards, and also rotating the shoulder inwards. But there is still one thing that's going to hold you back, and if I land this kickflip, you have to smash that like button. Oh, I guess you don't have to smash the like button then. Now, since we have to use a lot of weight because the traps are strong muscles, your grip will probably give up before your traps will. So using straps or something like these grips will prevent that from happening. Now, it's very crucial to note that variation over time is important to keep making progress, so switch between some of the variations I mentioned from time to time to maximize muscle growth. And as soon as I started doing this exercise, I felt like my traps started to grow more rapidly. The thing is, however, a lot of people just focus on exercises to increase their muscle growth. But while researching topics, I discovered some things that absolutely blew my mind. Like how this weird trick can boost your gains. So make sure to watch this video right now because it absolutely changed the way I looked at building muscle. So go on, click it or click the subscribe button. It's free.